welcome to the Beauty Dish. Today I wanted to take some time and show you what I have bought recently in fragrance. So I've got some samples, some decants, and most exciting of all, some vintage purchases thanks to my new friend eBay. So I'm going to start out with the thing that I am most excited about, and it just got here yesterday. I'm so excited. I'll just tell you what it is. It's some vintage Diorella. So here's the bottle, here's the box it came in. It's in really good condition. I'm really happy with it. I sprayed it for the first time this morning, and I've got it on, and it's definitely, I have no question that this is the genuine article, but I'm just thrilled with it. So I have that, and based on sort of guides on how you can date vintage perfumes that I was reading, you know, I did a ton of research online. I think this bottle dates to 1987, but it is definitely pre-1990. And I'm going to do a video on this fragrance. It's just, I just adore it. I just adore it. But I'm going to do a video on that and compare it to the current version that is still available now. Dior still makes it, but of course it's not quite the same. But anyway, I can't even speak right now because I'm so excited about my very first vintage purchase, and I couldn't be happier with it. So I got my Diorella. Okay, yeah, I have discovered eBay, and I never thought I'd get into vintage perfume because I just kind of wanted to block it out when I first started getting into fragrance. And then I realized that I don't need to find like those you know, great white whales of the vintage world, like, you know, the vintage Guerlains and Chanels. There are other little things that not everyone and their mother is looking for, and you can get them at a really cheap price. Like, I picked up this little adorable mini of Rochas Femme. Femme? Is that it? In French, I guess it would be Femme, but is that right? I'm not sure. We'll say Femme. So, I'm embarrassing myself. It's this adorable little mini, and the seller says it's probably 1970s, but I'm not completely convinced of that. I'm not sure. The new version, there is a new version that's distinctly different from the old version, and it has cumin in it. So I have to really spend some time with this and see if I can smell any cumin. But I do think, I have every reason to believe that it is actually vintage. And I picked up this because it was created by the same perfumer who created my Diorella, Edmund Rudnitska. So I just started reading up on him because I think he's a genius, and I wanted to try other things that he made. So I've got Femme, which is a classic in its own right. Okay, so those are my vintage finds. Very exciting. Alright, now I'll show you some decants that I ordered from Surrender to Chance recently. And they're totally random and diverse, but let me know what stuff you're interested in hearing reviews on. Kind of, that's part of my motivation for doing this video. You know, what should I review first? What do you want to hear about? Just let me know in the comments what you think, and we will go from there. So, I got a little decant of Diptyque Philosykos. This is the classic fig fragrance from Diptyque, and I kind of wanted to decide if I wanted a full bottle of this, and I don't really think so, but it is a great scent. It's really nice. It's really summery. I got the fragrance Like This by the brand Etat Libre d'Orange. It's a little niche brand, and they're known for doing kind of crazy, gimmicky even type scents, but this one is not crazy at all, and it's actually, it was created in collaboration with Tilda Swinton, who is amazing. I just utterly adore her, and the name of the fragrance comes from this gorgeous poem, but the fragrance itself is not daring. It's very comforting, it's very sheer and light, and then there's this like sort of a pumpkin pie, apple pie, fall, gourmand kind of thing going on. It's okay. I wanted it to be more. Okay, I also got the original Agent Provocateur. I think I posted this as a scent of the day on Instagram. I just really wanted to try this. It wasn't as provocative as I thought it would be, but I like it. And then I got Caron pour un homme. This is the classic Caron cologne. Pour un homme, obviously marketed to men, but it's this gorgeous sweet lavender cologne. This is such a cheap fragrance, and I don't know that I need a big old bottle of it, but even though it's really inexpensive online, but it's just really fun to wear, and it's this yummy lavender. Okay, so those are my decants. Now I'm going to show you, I got two kind of sample sets from a couple of indie brands that I was interested in exploring in depth. So the first one is Andy Tower Perfumes, and on his website, well, he's a Swedish independent perfumer, or, oh no, it might be Swiss. I'm embarrassing myself again. I'm sorry. I don't remember if it's Sweden. I think it's Swiss, actually. Yes, it is. And, anyway, he does everything. He creates the perfumes and runs the company. It's very small and independent, but he's had a lot of success in the niche market, and, you know, has a great reputation with, you know, perfume bloggers and reviewers and everything. But his little sets that you can order on his website, you can choose the samples that you want, and it's really reasonably priced. And even though they're shipping it from Switzerland, it's a great deal. The shipping's not expensive. So I got 5 cents, and they also threw in a 6th one, L'air du désert marocain, which is kind of his, I guess, his most well-known fragrance. But the ones I got were Rêverie au Jardin, Incense Rosé, Une Rose Chypre, Une Rose Vermeille, and Vetiver Dance. So I'm still kind of trying these guys out. The one that I tried that I thought I would like was Incense Rosé, but it was just all incense and no rosé. So I'm looking for just a fabulous rose, and I'm not sure if any of the Tower perfumes are it, but it's a great little sample set in this great little box, and they stick kind of cards with the notes of all the fragrances in there, so you can clearly see what's going on. It's presented really beautifully. It got to me within a few days, I think. I mean, just couldn't have been better service. So I'm excited to explore the Tower fragrances a little bit more. It's a brand that's really interesting. Like the craftsmanship, and these are big fragrances. They really have great longevity, projection. They're not shy fragrances, and that's what I like about it. So I'd love to find one that's kind of mine that I could even get a bottle of. Okay, the other indie brand that I was intrigued by recently was Ineke Perfumes, and I'm not sure if I'm spelling that right. I'll put the name right here on the screen, but Ineke, I think it might be. So on her website, she's a independent perfumer based in San Francisco, and she does this great sample set. You don't pick your own fragrances, but she basically gives you all the scents in her primary line, which is done by letters of the alphabet. So the very first scent she created starts with A, and it's called After My Own Heart. The next scent she created starts with B, and it's called Balmy Days and Sundays. So I ordered the set for $25, including shipping, and it came in this beautiful box. Like, this is gift worthy. So it pulls out, and each scent is in its own adorable little box by itself, and it's got the name on it, it's got a little description, it's got like tissue paper and like the design, and a nice little spray vial of the scent. I was so impressed with this presentation, and the cool thing too is that you get a coupon code for $15 off a purchase of a full-size bottle from this line. So if I buy a bottle, which I'm going to do, it's like this sample set only cost me $10 because I get that $15 credit. So it's a really great deal, and I wish every single perfume brand would do something like this, or, you know, or like Tower, just easy, affordable samples. And the Ineke one is even more generous because you get that extra discount code. I think it's amazing, and I've really been enjoying what I've tried. I'm going to do a video on this brand and kind of talk through all the scents that I've tried and highlight the ones that I really like. So I think that'll be a fun video. These are definitely modern fragrances, easy to wear. They're very, well, not all of them, but there's stuff that's gender neutral. Some of it's more feminine, some of it's more masculine. I wore one the other day that I thought was so masculine. I couldn't wait for it to fade away, and it did not fade away quickly. But I really like her line, and I like her style. Okay, so that is everything I bought recently. I'm like looking to make sure I didn't leave anything out, but I did not. So let me know what you've been buying and what you've been wearing. So I guess these are kind of the things I'll be wearing going forward, and a bunch of other things too, because yeah, that's what I've picked up, and I definitely haven't stopped sort of, you know, glancing over, you know, on eBay when I have a spare minute, but yeah, let me know if you buy vintage. Let me know if you have other like brands you recommend that I try samples of, or who have good sampler sets. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate your time, and have a wonderful, fragrant day.